YouTube, my name's Lance and welcome to Bundy Bear's Shed. Well, we haven't done a Bundy Bear's Shed or a Kangaroo Stew for a little while. We've been away travelling and we've been to a vintage machinery show last weekend and got the little hay baler out and the United 1917 United engine out and made a heap of hay and had a heap of fun. And yeah, we've just been having a garden tidy up and not much shed time, which, oh yeah, you got to do those things. But and in the shop in town, we chopped a big hedge down and we've been cleaning that stuff up. So yeah, we've been busy, but not much shed work. But you remember a while back, I was complaining about the 250-201, 202 tool holders for the Alloris type quick change tool post. Well, I've got onto some and I've bought a stack of them. They're costing me $39 each, which is probably expensive to what you fellas can get them overseas. But look, that's okay. We've only got to buy them once and we're all geared up. I thought I could make some, but I haven't really had the time, so I'll just show you what I've done. I might zoom out a little bit and yeah, let you see a bit more. Right, these blokes here are the ones, and yeah, this is a 250-201, and look, I've got onto a bloke that's bringing them in. He's got an eBay store, and I've bought them off him, and yeah, that's a little right-hand grooving tool. You can come in and knock a little circlip groove into something. The tools that are in the holders I've had quite a lot of them tucked away over the years, so we're just bringing them out and as they get a tool holder. That's just a left-hand tool, triangle type left-hand tool. There we are going the other way, and we've got radius tools. It's often good not to have a sharp edge if you're sitting a bearing on a shaft or something like that, so we've got these two fellas set up nicely now. The small radius tool is sitting there, you can see that, I think, yep. That's a neat little one just for having a nice smooth corner and other shaping work. We've got a small, tiny little parting tool, and yeah, nice and narrow for putting a groove in something. And we have others with boring bars and all that on them as well. So yeah, I've spent quite a bit on them. I still have some more coming. I bought a heap, and I bought a heap of them and put all the tools that I had in there, and then I've still got more tools to go. So I thought, oh well, we'll just keep buying them until we have everything we need done. I've still got some up along the back, you know, the old faithfuls that I've had chugging along for years, and they're a good thing as well. One time ages ago, if I can find the right one, I bought one that was this fella here. It's a 100-101, and when you look down the dovetail, the width is very similar at the top, but just it's a bit narrow. So by getting a dovetail cutter down this side, just run it down one side. I only need a very light cut. I can make this work. So that's another option. So what I did, I hopped on Evil Bay again and just bought a little cutter, little 18mm cutter. I should be able to do a bit of a rundown here, and just open that up enough so it sits down over the tool holder. And at the moment, it almost fits. I'll turn the camera around so you can see, and that's the tool there, and it slides down part way, but just not quite, so it's very close to fitting. I'll buy a little tool just to open that up a little bit, and that should be okay. It'll open it up and make that a usable tool. I also, on eBay, bought this little baby. I think it was 30 bucks, 35. And the idea of that is I've got a couple of bigger dovetail cutters coming, and on John Mills's site and a few others, they've milled down through here and they've made this fit the quick change tool post, which is a great idea. I'm going to have a go at that just to have a go at it. But this tool here with my big Maxim lathe, this will be great. I can actually mill the dovetail in here for use in my quick change tool post on the little lathe, but I can still just take it over and pop it in the big lathe in the old style tool holder. So we'll have a bit of a crack at that. That'll be an exercise down the track a little bit. When I get time to have some more shed time, hopefully we'll get a little bit. Next weekend we mightn't be around much. We're lining the pool room, so we're going to put some iron up in there. I've got a mate coming up, and well, we play up a little bit now and then, so hopefully we get a fair bit done. And another thing that I spoke about buying one time, and I just got round to doing it, was this fella here. Now, what's that do? That sits in the Morse taper, number 3 Morse taper on the mill, and you can put a roto broaches in it. And Bruce has a site over in West Australia. He uses them quite a bit, and I mentioned buying one, and look, I've only heard good things about it, so we'll set that up one day and give that a little bit of a run. I haven't got anything to do with it just at the moment, but it's one of those things, I just had to have one, you know. Just, it was there, so why not have one? So, but yeah, I've been working on a few tractors, and I've got an injection pump getting resealed on my other bench there. Our injection pump video, if you look way down the bottom of a Bundy Bear Shed page, there's a video for resealing an injection pump, and at the moment we must be sitting on around 90,000 views, which is yeah, that's a great thing. Well, it's surprising to me, but anyway, that anyone would want to watch me do that. But anyway, it's a very popular video. There's a lot of comments. We get emails in at work from it. The seal kit that we promote in the video, we used to sell about 1 per month, and I took the opportunity to make a video because we had the cutter, or had the kits in stock, and I had a job to do on that Massey 65, so we did the video of resealing a COV DPA type rotary pump, and well, it's been a great hit. We're now selling 12 and 15 kits per month, just from customers watching that video. So what a great thing. And look, thanks for everyone watching it and commenting and all that. It's been a great video, and on my channel it looks like the popular videos are not the Kangaroo Stew so much, but when I show how to pull a Massey steering ram apart, or the injection pump and things like that, have been the popular ones on my channel. But anyway, we'll soldier on with whatever stumbles along in Bundy Bear's shed. That's what you get, poor buggers. But anyway, you just got to put up with it. And another thing through the week, the Massey Ferguson 65, I did the injection pump on. I have a mate Rob, and he loves the old 65s, and he asked me if I was going to sell it sometime, could he buy it? And anyway, he come and saw me, and I've sold it to him. So he took that home yesterday, so he's got a new toy, and that's the one we did the injection pump on, and well, we did an engine service and quite a few jobs on it, but he loves them. He's got a couple, and he just wanted ours because it was a power steering multi-power model, so it's gone. And the Lance Bulldog that I bought, the bloke came into the shop last week to buy some parts for a Massey Ferguson tractor he was doing up, or his father was doing up, a grey and gold 4-cylinder diesel with the 23C diesel engine in it. And he bought the engine kit, and Judy come and said, hey, there's a Bulldog on the tractor outside there. So off I went, and yeah, had to have a look. Everything had to stop. Had to go outside and have a look, and so I said, is that yours? He said, yeah, just bought it. And, oh, he said, you know, I've got a few parts I can't find, and it's not quite complete. And and it was the same model as the one I had here. So we got chatting, and he said, "You want to sell that one of yours?" And I said, "Oh well, I didn't know whether I did or I didn't." But anyway, look, he's a lovely bloke. So we come to an agreement on a price, and we loaded it up this morning, and he took it home. So yes, I've got 2 tractors out of the shed now. I'm a bit cashed up, but yeah, won't last long. I'll find some toys, or we'll just tuck it away until we see something. So, but anyway, yeah, this Kangaroo Stew, it's just a bit of a chat, and I've got a little bit of machining coming up, I hope. I feel like a bit of machining, if you haven't had a play with your toys for a while, you just keep looking at them and think, oh, I've got to do something there soon. So, there'll be a bit of machining coming up, and we'll have a talk about that shortly when I get a bit set up the other end. Well, this is you might hear a little buzz in the background. We're near the solar inverter. We have solar power on the roof, and the inverter's just in the corner here near the welding bench, where all our power supply, a better source of electricity, is for the welders. So there may be a buzz. I'm not sure if you can pick it up yet or not, but anyway, we'll chat on through it. This little engine here, I've shown that in an earlier video, and it's a 1/3 scale of a Fairbanks Morse Model Z. Now, quite some years ago, well, it'd have to be a few years ago now, I started this project, and I made the crankshaft, and the crankshaft's 4140 shaft, and I got 2 pieces parallel right out, then made about half a dozen of these webs, and I supported it all the way, and then pegged it and cut it and all that. So the crank runs nice and true, but it's made out of a couple of pieces, and it's been silver soldered, and then there's been extra pins knocked through as well, which you may or may not be able to see there. And then the flywheel, one flywheel's been machined up. I haven't got to doing the other one as yet, and that would go on this way, with the flange for the pulley on the outside. But look, what are we talking about this for? That's a sleeve. It's a cast sleeve that I've machined. It sits down. It sits down inside here, and that seals off with a bit of Loctite when the time's right. And it's a water-cooled engine, and we've machined the piston up, and that's about as far. We've done a couple of other small items as well, but I've been looking at it lately and thinking I might have a bit of a fiddle. I feel like a bit of machining, and with the little engine, it's a great project. It's a casting kit that I got off Linley in Canada. Just the castings cost, I think it was $512 to get delivered to Australia, and I'm finding the castings are good. Like they're nice castings. I've machined all the base flat down here, and machined these surfaces here nice and flat, and there's a little surface there we did, and we've made this surface here 90 degrees to the base. And look, we've done quite a bit over the time, a little bit of fiddling around. We still have quite a bit to do. We have a conrod to machine yet, and what I thought I would start on though is this blob of cast here. And the old blob of cast, that's the cylinder head in there, all that bit there. and look, they have great plans with it, and I don't know. Oh yeah, you can see some of that by the looks. But what I'll start doing is on the bottom of the plan here. Yeah, the head is 1 inch and 1/16 there, right? 1 1/16 inches thick, and there's a few just base measurements to smooth it all up and get it going. So what I thought I would do is make a start on this cylinder head and work through all because it come from probably out of America originally, but it would have been an Imperial engine. They've scaled it down to 1/3 of the size, and it's all in fractions of an inch and all that sort of thing. Doesn't seem to be thous anywhere. But anyway, look, some of them I'll probably change into kilometres an hour, and some of them will leave in miles an hour. But I thought I'd start the measurement from here to here should be 1.1/16, so I might just set this up in the forge jaw and just dress that and tidy up the dags and things like that. Then these little fellas here where the head studs come through, they're to be about 1/16 of an inch raised. Then I might just nip across the top of these fellas where the inlet and exhaust valve goes, and that'll give us a nice clear surface to mark out on for the head studs. And some of it doesn't actually give you a PCD on any of that sort of stuff. It just says centre. So you'll notice on the end here, I think the head would sit something like that. Yeah, I think it's something like that. The exhaust comes out this side, but look, anyway, what the story is with it is we mark all these holes here first. We sit it down in there, pull it all in, then we just use some transfer punches and mark the holes on the front of the block. So I've had a fiddle with a couple of other engines, and where the liner is here, the head is flat out here, and then there's a little locator for the liner, and then it comes down. But this one doesn't show that, so I probably won't do it. If I was making the kit myself, I would, but yeah, we'll just follow the instructions. We've got instructions to be followed, and as we go along we'll just check and make sure that everything's adding up. But anyway, look, I'll chuck this in the lathe. I'll just dress this up, and I'll try and come down to this measurement here. Then once we've got a nice smooth surface here, then we can sit the head on a couple of parallels in the middle, and we can just nip the tops of these fellas off and just do a bit of tidying up. So I just thought over the next month or two I'd have a bit of a fiddle with this. It's been something I've been walking past having a look at quite a bit, so probably time to have a bit of a crack. We'll just tidy it up and see how it goes, then we'll start getting interested in the measurements down through the whole body of it. So we'll go back and forth a few times, but we won't bore you with that. We'll come back in a little while. Well, that's just a nice little run across the top just to see how true we are, and the castings are very good. There's a tiny little low spot here. But anyway, look, I'll have a measurement, a little bit of a measure from down here up to there, and we'll start chewing a little bit more away now we have a reasonable starting mark. I have it sitting where the little head stud bosses are. I've got it sitting on parallels, and they've come loose just a bit with that, but it's still good. I'll nip the vise up once more and away we go. These are 5mm cuts. Yeah, we're going in 5mm each side. Depth a bit, well, 150 thou. I actually haven't measured it. Well, that's coming up nice and smooth. It looks like it's tracking with the light across there, but it's actually quite smooth. Anyway, we'll have a little bit of a measure and see how we're going, and we'll probably have to go a little bit more yet, I'd say. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a measure and come back. Well, we've just done a few more runs back and forth, and we're pretty close now to our 1/16. Look, we're just under 20 thou bigger than we need to be, and at this stage in the game we're going to leave that there. We can always nip that off later on, but we do have to drill and cut seats for the valves in the head here. We'll pick this fella up, we'll put this milled surface against the back jaw and mill this flat here for where the carby goes. And yeah, with the extra meat there, we can always nip it off later. Towards the end we can just do a tidy up. If this surface, the head gasket mating surface, gets a bit marked up, we have the opportunity of lapping it nice and smooth before we bolt everything on. So I think for that bit we'll call that bit done. So for the moment, even though the end mill's in the way here a little bit, what we're doing is we have the back of the head, the surface we just did up against the back jaw. This makes a mess, this stuff, doesn't it? We've set our protractor at 0, so we just need to rock that bloke in there, tighten it up against the back jaw. We're sitting on 0 there, so this surface where the carbonate bolts on, that we should be able to do a quick run across there now and get that at 90 degrees to the head, to the machined surface of the head, and that'll also give us a nice surface to sit it down in the bottom of the mill on, or hang on to it in the vise and things like that. So we'll sneak along a bit and we'll get all that set up. It doesn't actually give us the thickness here, so I presume we'll just take it up here just until we dress it off nice and clean right to the end there. So we'll drop 1 millimetre. And see what we have. That looks like it might cover well. Yep, that'll tidy up nicely. The way the light's getting it, it looks like, I can see in the camera screen there, it looks like there's a big line comes down here. But you can't even feel it with your fingernail, it's just the grain of the metal as the cutter went one way and come the other. So there we go, there's 2 surfaces done. That's the same, just the light coming through where the grain goes. So yeah, that'll be okay. This fella here will be okay for marking out, and we have to drill that and put a 1/4 BSP or NPT thread in there. So next up, and we might do that tomorrow, we'll sit him in the vise like this, and we'll just dress these fellas down to 1/16, and I'll probably just knock the top off these valve guides, just so I've got a place where I can mark it off and see it nice and clearly. Call that a wrap for this week. Not a lot of content, just a bit of a chat, and we've done a little bit of milling on the cylinder head, and we've done the main head surface area, and the carby mount area. We have to drill and tap holes in there yet, but that'll do for the moment. It's Sunday night. I better get this video tucked away and sort it out. Over the next day or two, I'll try and while the mill's filthy with the cast, we'll try and do the tops here and mark out and do a bit of drilling and all that. And we'll try and put a few processes through, but look, that'll probably be on next week. So thanks for watching. Like and comment down the bottom there. Get on and have a chat if you'd like to, and I'll catch you later, eh?